everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am very excited to be able to show you how I do winged liner on my hooded eyes. But before we get started, I'm just going to pop up on the screen a little bit of information about my channel so that hopefully by the end of this video you will have decided to subscribe if you haven't already. Alright, so if you want to see how I do this winged liner on my hooded eyes, grab a drink and let's get into it. Alright, so let's get started. This is actually the second time that I have attempted to record this video. The first time it just didn't look good, my lighting was all off, so I invested in some new lighting and I'm very excited. And hopefully this one turns out much better. All right, so you're only going to need a few things for this look. It's very simple. These very simple and clean looks are very trendy and popular right now, and I really like them also. I love them for just how simple it looks, but also for how quick and easy these looks can be. So I have quite a few different palettes here. You're just gonna need some eyeshadow, you're gonna need some Scotch tape, mascara, eyelash curler, and a few brushes. I think it's really important to have an angled eyeliner brush and some blending brushes. And then other than that, it's pretty simple. I have my mirror right here, so if you see me looking down, that is why. All right, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is just put down a base. I'm just using concealer for my base, but I do want to take just a regular blending brush and take some light shadow. This is the Too Faced The Naturals Nude Palette. I absolutely love this. I got it 50% off for the on the Ipsy 21 Days of Beauty last year, and I use this thing almost every single day. Really like it. That sale is actually coming up in just like 2 weeks or a week or something, so it might actually be going live right around the time that I upload this video. So I'm just taking some of that shadow and just putting it down to help with any creasing and to help even out the skin tone on my eyelids. So once that is down, you're going to take another blending brush and we're going to do a crease shade or a transition shade. I am going to use the bronzer that I used today. This one is by Complex Culture. It's my favorite bronzer right now. As you can see, like, I use it every day. And I'm just going to put that in my crease just to get some definition and depth to my eyeballs here. One thing that I have learned that is the further away you hold your brush, the lighter the application is and the easier it is to blend out eyeshadow. The further in you hold it, the more dense and defined the application will be. So I like to hold mine back right here and kind of just barely kiss the skin with my brushes, and I have really saw such a big difference in the ease and the result of doing it this way. This eye, the skin on this eye is much more loose than it is on this eye, so I call it my problem eye. I don't know why that is. Let me know if you have an eye like that too. Because you can see, like, I'll show you. You can, you go like that. You can kind of see some skin, but if you go over here and barely move it, like, look at all that skin. Sorry, you're probably like, I don't want to see that. So once you have your crease and transition how you like it, we can move on to the next step. If you've never used Scotch tape on your eyes before, it can be a little scary at first, and if you are not comfortable with using Scotch tape around your eyes, I completely understand. There are lots of other products that are actually designed for this purpose. Elf has some tape. I know Shein has the they call it like fallout guards, that you can use those. There's lots of different things that you can use instead of Scotch tape. I like Scotch tape because it's, you know, very cheap and it works. And also because, you know, it provides a straight line versus some of those other ones are like a curved line, which can be pretty too. It just depends, you know, on what you're going for. The most important thing about using Scotch tape around your eye or on your face in general is you just need to put it on the back of your hand first and pull it off, and that will remove some of the stickiness, just so it's not, you know, tugging as much on that delicate skin around your eyes. So once we have done that, now we just need to place the tape where we want it. There we go. I wouldn't spend too much time with the tape. No wing liners are perfect on each side, and you know, it's makeup, it's fun. It's not meant to be stressful. The fun part is lining them up. All right. I'm just doing that. There we go. And you can pull them up and put them back down if you need to. That sometimes has messed me up because it, like, all the stickiness would come off and then I'd have to get some more tape. But, you know, just keep messing with it until you're happy with it. Next, we're going to get our black eyeshadow. I'm using the Shades by Shan palette. It came with, it came on an Ipsy order, and I really do like the black in this palette. Any eyeshadow will do, and you're going to see towards the end of this video some really neat winged liners that I did yesterday, just like playing around with color. But today, or right now, I'm going to just do black just to show you a classic way of doing it. And then, you know, you can let your imagination and creativity take over. So you've got your eyeshadow. Now I'm using a precision blending brush. This is by the brand Shayna B Miami. You can use, you know, any brush, and you might have to do this a few times before you find out what works for you or how to get the hang of it or which brush you want to use. You know, I have done this so many times and still trying to, you know, tweak it and perfect it. But today I'm just going to go in with a small blending brush, and I'm going to get it, you know, on my brush, tap off the excess, and this is when we determine how big you want this wing to go. So I'm going to do quite a dramatic wing just to show you, you know, what it could look like. You could definitely scale it back, you know, just depending on the occasion. So I'm going to just start adding this black eyeshadow onto the outer part of my eye. Now, the most important part of this whole application is that you are going to want to look straight into your mirror. You're going to relax your eye. You're not going to tug on it or pull it to, you know, finagle your hood. You just want to be looking straight in the mirror, relaxed, and I want you to pretend like your hood does not exist, like you've never had one, okay? Now, you're not trying to make this like a straight line. I mean, you want it straight, but the point of this is that we're going to blend out and kind of smoke out the top part of the wing. So you don't have to worry about that being all precise. You just, only thing you have to worry about is making the wing the same length on each side, or, you know, close enough. And so all we're doing is we're adding, we're blending, we're adding, we're blending. Now, when you get to where you like it, Another important part in this is that you're going to want to look down, because if you see, when I look down now, you can see that big gap, right? And we don't want that gap. So how we fix that is you're going to take it, you're going to look down, all the way down, and you're just going to add the shadow in that gap. And it will be fine. You won't even see it because it's going to be in the hood. So that way, when you look down now, you won't see that gap. Anymore. All right, there we go. And now we're going to do the same on the other side. So you can kind of see that little gap. We're going to fill her in. All right, so once you get it how you like it, you're just going to want to smoke it out. So you may need to like wipe your brush off. I'm literally doing it on the back of my pants, and then just blend out the top just so it's smoked out. This is how you get like huge wings, right? You're like, oh, I need to add just a little bit more, and then suddenly your wings are like out to here. So now what I will do once that is done is I will take my liner brush, get some of that shadow on it, and then I will just go right along the line, the edge of the tape, just to add some sharpness there, because that plays a big role in how this camouflages your hood. All right, now once that is how you want it, you are just going to remove the tape, and there you will have this amazing flattering wing liner. Ooh, it got sweaty under there. It is really hot with these lights. So what do you think? Isn't it so pretty? Now you can go in from there and add any kind of shadow to the hood of your eyes. I've been really enjoying like a just all matte, simple eyeshadow look. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this same like creamy color and just add it right here to my lids, kind of blending it in to that black. And you could use like a packing brush if you wanted it to be a little bit more intense. I'm just trying to go for a more natural look. All right, so now that we got that done, we can do the bottom of our eyes. And what I'm going to do is take a little kind of pencil brush. This is by Morphe. I got it in a brush collection of theirs. And I am going to add a little bit of that same bronzer to the under my lashes, just to, you know, add a little something extra. Now this trick right here does two things. Well, I'm sure it does multiple things, but the two things that I love about adding eyeshadow underneath your eyes is it will hide your fine lines. So I tend not to put my concealer all the way up, so that way it helps with creasing. And then I will take my shadow and kind of conceal whatever's going on underneath there. Plus it, you know, adds depth and some sultriness to the under eye. It probably doesn't go with like the whole less is more type makeup look, that clean girl look, but I'm making it my own here. Okay. A natural look with a bad looking winged liner. All right, so what do you think so far? I think it just looks so pretty, and because of that crisp line that we did at the very end, your eye is naturally drawn to that crisp line, and you really don't pay too much attention to the smoked out top part of the winged liner. So it really does help camouflage those hooded eyes. And then, you know, when you look down, it still looks really good. So now I'm just gonna add an inner corner highlight, put some mascara on, curl my lashes, put some mascara on, and we will be done. All right, so this is the finished look. One thing that I really love about this technique is you really can get creative with it. I was playing around with this liner technique yesterday, and here are some of the looks that I came up with. I think it looks really cool. You know, it kind of goes with that whole euphoria trend that's real big right now, and I cannot wait to continue to play around with this. Please let me know down in the comment section what you think about this technique, if you've tried it before, or if you do try it, tell me how it goes. It may take a couple times for you to kind of figure out what will work for you, but once you get the hang of it, it's super easy, a very quick winged liner look, and I do believe that you will really enjoy it. Hopefully you have decided to subscribe to my channel by now, and if you have, make sure you turn on those notifications so that you will see all of my future uploads. I'd really love it if you would join this YouTube community. We are at the end of my video, and I always say a prayer for anybody who is interested. If you're not interested in that, that's absolutely fine. I completely understand. But before you go, I just want to say thank you for clicking on my video, showing this channel some support, and just hanging out with me today. And for everyone who is staying for the prayer, this prayer is going to be a little different than my usual ones. I just feel the need to say a prayer specifically for what's going on in the world right now. So I am going to be saying a prayer for that. So if you would like to say a prayer with me, you know, his word says when two or more come together, you know, he will be in the midst of them. So here we go. God, these are some very scary and troubling times in the world right now, but there is peace in knowing that even though things are really uncertain right now, we can put our faith in you, that you have everything under control. So I ask now that you just give our nation wisdom, Lord, that you will direct the moves of those who need it, God, and that this will be something that you will turn for your good. You are so wonderful, and you can take all of our mistakes and sins and just make them beautiful, God. So I just am asking that this be one of those situations as well. I pray for peace, God, and I pray for unity, Lord, that we will come together because of this and not be more divided than we currently are right now. And I just pray that for all of us who are worried, that you just give us assurance and that gift of faith, God, that you have everything under control. And I want to pray so deeply for the families and individuals who are being literally, physically affected by this right now. I just cannot imagine being in that situation, you know, with children involved and family members and parents, God. So I just pray that your divine touch go on them right now, God, and that you be their great provider and their healer in physical and mental and emotional and spiritual things, God. And so just help us to help them the way that you would see fit, God. And I just thank you so much that we can come to you and you hear us and you move. So please keep me and my viewers safe until the next time we meet, Lord. And we just love you so much. Thank you for your salvation. And please minister to those who are in need of you right now, God. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. He is good, even in the midst of everything going on in your life right now and in this world. He's good, and if you just put your faith in him and believe that he is able, you will see miracles happen in your life. So, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really enjoy your friendship, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.